Another Friday is here. Good evening and welcome to GFA News, live across our platforms on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, and on YouTube. On YouTube, you can get us at Ghana Football Association. Click, subscribe, and like our page for more content, exclusive content for that matter. My name is Henry Asandichum. On behalf of the team here at the Ghana Football Association, you are welcome to today's edition of GFA News. Coming up, all is set for the commencement of the National Division 1 League. The second round will roll out this weekend, and we have been speaking to our security and safety experts to update us on what plans have been put in place ahead of the resumption of the league. Now, GFA President Kate Okraku and Executive Council end their tour in Zone 1. Ghana Premier League enters match day 20. Kumasi Asante versus Great Olympics is definitely one of the big games to look ahead to. Hearts of Oak Inter-Allies is also around the corner. And also, VAR is coming to town. GFA referees manager Alex Cote has been throwing more light on that development. Once again, this is GFA News. We will be back after this break.
Turn on a new world. Star Time's on.
Water gives life. Water is life. Enjoy the pure, refreshing taste of Awake Purified Drinking Water, which comes in a uniquely designed bottle with a lemon green tap. Awake Purified Drinking Water is your perfect way to stay hydrated. And remember, for every bottle you buy, an amount will be donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center, Ghana. Awake Purified Drinking Water, one for life.
Oh, Derek, I do yawa. I see say Kwesi buy the same original things I buy. Mine will be better price, same hair clipper I buy. He buy them for 189 Ghana cedis. He buy one where he get one free. It's the same original burner gas stove, 99 Ghana cedis. Kwesi bought one and got one free. The phone me I buy no, he go buy for 499 Ghana cedis. He go buy my standing fan some 159 Ghana cedis. And it goes on and on. Hey, super sale. Nasco, at the come.
Buy one, get one absolutely free with Nasco. It's real.
You're welcome back. Now, the second round of the Division 1 League will resume this weekend across the country. Clubs in Zone 1, Zone 2 and 3 are battling for Premier League football next season, as others also fight for survival. The first round of the league was very competitive, but some venues recorded pockets of violence as fans misbehaved, leading to the closure of the Nswatriman Park and then also the Wamanafo Town Park. With the second round about to begin, GFA News caught up with the club licensing manager and secretary to the Safety and Security Committee, Julius Ben Emuna, to highlight some of the policies put in place ahead of the second round.
As we are all aware, the Division 1 League enters a crunch stage. That is the second round this weekend. And we're all aware of some of the incidents that happened, some of the venues, especially in Zone 1. And of course, it calls for much more engagement. It calls for much more preventive and proactive measures to make sure that incidents of such nature are mitigated against and also prevented totally from reoccurring. Of this note, of course, we are so much grateful to the president of the Ghana Football Association in believing in the new framework of safety and security. For that note, going down to the Bronga Afo and the Northern region to engage clubs as part of measures to instill a more serene and secured environment when we play games. So an aspect of security that is so much important is such engagement. Now people are abreast and educated on such issues, and we hope that, and we are very much confident that this very important step taken by the leadership of the association is going to go a long way to ease our work, to make sure that our clubs cooperate much more better and engage us more to ensure that there is safe and secure environment when we play our games, to indeed ignite the passion and create wealth. Very importantly, for some of the action plans that we've taken at the safety and security level to ensure that there is safe and secured games in the Division 1 League especially, is that for Zone 1 and other zones in the Division 1 League, we have recommended to the Club Licensing Board, which has been approved, for a re-inspection of some of the facilities. Obviously, we cannot administer security operations without taking into cognizance infrastructure. It plays a very important role. So it's important that we tour some of the venues to identify some of the loopholes that indeed are not conducive to ensure that there is stronger safety of players, officials, spectators, and what have you. So there will be a re-inspection of all these facilities. Some we are already aware of. We have communicated to the clubs involved to make sure it is fixed before the beginning of the second round. Also, an engagement of the nature that happened last week will continue to make sure that clubs get gripped up with a lot of issues regarding the organization of their games. We are also hoping that as we have begun engagement with all the regional commanders, police commanders, they are going to cooperate with us to make sure that we have a data of people within the police service we are going to rely on to assist us in ensuring that there is a stronger and independent security arrangement for all our categorized games. We have also accepted and agreed that for all the games in the Premier League and in the Division 1 League, every week games are going to be categorized, and as a safety and security, all our high-risk games are going to be given extra attention to make sure that everything is done, especially in the provision of adequate security. And I stress on this adequate security, which of course might involve the deployment of military personnel to assist our noble police service, our police officers to administer their duties. We hope that with all this in place, the infrastructure, the beefing up of personnel, and also importantly the engagement with the clubs and engagement with the club security officers, we are very confident that the second round is going to be relatively incident-free to, of course, help us to ignite passion and create the war. So from our side as Safety and Security Committee, we hope that all these plans that we've put in place with the support of the President, of course, as it has been shown, and the General Secretary, we hope that we are going to have an incident-free Division 1 League, an incident-free Premier League come this weekend.
You're welcome back. Now let's look at the fixtures for match day 16. Now in Zone 1, Unity FC will be at home against Crocodile Stars. Steadfast will play Mighty Royals, and Inswatriman will also host Tano Bofuaka. We have Techiman City versus RTU, and Kranza Warriors up against Young Apostles. Kintampo United versus Tamale City, and BA United will also host Brekum Arsenal. That game will be streamed live on our Facebook page. And then finally, Yendi Bewa will also play against Wasunta. In Zone 2, Venomous Vipers will be at home against Sky FC. Pacific Heroes versus Unistar Academy. Bibiani Gold Stars, who ended the first round on top of the league log, will host Nzima Kotoko. All Blacks will be at home against Deportivo, and Achikin will also play against Neo DBS. The rest include Wasaman United versus Bekwai Youth Academy. Hazakes will play Star Madrid at the Jendu Park, and Samatex will host Proud United. In Zone 3, Far Rangers will play Crystal Palace. Accra City will play Accra Lions at the Teshi Mats Park. That is a local derby. Wachiman Planners will be at home against Danbot. Vision FC versus Heart of Lions. Young Wise versus Tema Youth. Uncle T up against Mighty Jets, and Agbozume Weavers will play Nania FC. Let me announce that because of the decision of the disciplinary committee to throw out Amidao's professionals, they will not be in action this weekend. Now, they have filed for a stay of execution and have also appealed against the decision, but the appeals committee is yet to sit on that case. So until then, they will remain outsiders of the Division 1 League. Now we do women's football now, and the Women's Premier League enters match day 9 this weekend. And Pembrokwa ladies have opened a 9-point gap at the top of the table in the northern zone, whilst Hazakes ladies also lead the southern zone table. My colleague Zainab Abubakar Bamba brings us a preview of this weekend's matches.
The second round of the Women's Premier League kick-started last weekend with Hazakes and Pembrokwa and Berry Ladies continuing their winning streak. In the Southern Zone, Berry Ladies will host Soccer Intellectuals at the Medina Zorak Park. Assistant head coach Amponsa Freeman, who was on the touchline in their first game in the second round, says the team is highly motivated for the rest of the season.
The motivation wasn't from the second round. Before the first round, we had our aim and vision that we intend to represent Ghana for the first time. So that has been our mission, and then that motivation started from there. Again, to our head coach is not well, so we decided to go all out for her.
The side will be without striker Felicity Asante, who scored a hat-trick in their encounter against Soccer Intellectuals, but Coach Freeman believes it won't have an effect on his team.
You know, even our game against Hazakes the last day, we never played with any striker. Even with immigration, we had to convert a center back into attack. Felicity is not also well now. We have some strikers who are not well. Eunice Pente, so we are still playing. We are working and trying to shape others to take up their position, even though we really miss her.
Soccer Intellectuals have enjoyed some good run playing away from home, with 3 wins and 1 loss. The game against Berry Ladies will be a good test for them. Police Ladies host Sea Lions at Magdanla Town Park. Police Ladies are heading into this fixture on the back of a 3-1 victory over Thunder Queens. Sea Lions lost to Soccer Intellectuals by 3-0. The Elmina side are yet to win a game after match day 8 and will go into the games as the underdogs. Police Ladies striker Jane Eyam is hopeful her team will turn things around to finish as one of the top 2 teams in the league table.
As we are going to the second round, we've started. We just made up our mind and to just go either top or we should be at the second, because where we are now is not our portion. We have to go to the first position or second position.
League leaders Hazakes will host Immigration Ladies, a side who have won just 1 out of 8 matches played so far. However, the last encounter between these 2 sides on match day 2 ended goalless and could be a confidence booster for Immigration Ladies, but the current form of Hazakes Ladies gives them an edge over a wary Immigration Ladies. Lady Strikers halted their 6-game unbeaten run last week, losing 5-1 to Hazakes Ladies. They come up against Thunder Queens, a side who have struggled all season and lie 7th on the league table. Traveling to face a wounded Lady Strikers side will look like adding to their woes, as the last encounter saw Lady Strikers beat them 5-4.
Purified drinking water, which comes in a uniquely designed bottle with a lemon green tap. Awake Purified drinking water is your perfect way to stay hydrated. And remember, for every bottle you buy, an amount will be donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center, Ghana. Awake Purified drinking water, one for life.
Oh, Derek, I do yawa. I see say Kwesi buy the same original things I buy. Mine will be better price, same heck I buy. He buy them for 189 Ghana cedis. He buy one where he get one free. It's the same original burner gas stove, 99 Ghana cedis. Kwesi bought one and got one free. The phone me I buy no, he go buy for 499 Ghana cedis.
He go buy my standing fan some 159 Ghana cedis. And he goes on and on. Hey, super sale. Nasco, at the come.
Buy one, get one absolutely free with Nasco. It's real.
You're welcome back. Now, the Executive Council of the Ghana Football Association has brought to an end a 4-day tour of the North, where they engaged owners, supporters, leaders, and management members of Division 1 and Premier League clubs in Zone 1 on various subjects. President of the GFA, Kurt Edwin Simeon Okraku, led the team. Others included Executive Council members Frederick Achampon and Kingsley Osaibonsu. The entourage also included Eugene Nobel and Sheikh Tofik Seinu, members of the Division 1 League Board, chairperson of the Referees Committee, Christian Ziga, and then Mr. John Ansa, who is a member of the Premier League Committee. The rest include Lieutenant Colonel Donald Asari, Vice Chairman of the Safety and Security Committee, Ralph Jambra, Bronga Hafu Regional Football Association Chairman, and Salifu Shaibu Zida, who is the Upper East Regional Football Association Chairman. The tour forms part of the strategies put in place by the FA to engage stakeholders in the fight against hooliganism in Zone 1. The tour took them to Kenyasi, Pechim, Brekum, Sunyani, Techiman, Kentampo, and Tamale. Just before we go, World Football Governing Body FIFA has approved the project team for the implementation of the Video Assistant Referee VAR in Ghana. The FIFA technical team approved the project for Ghana on Monday, April 12, 2020. A FIFA VAR project team include the project leader and officers with knowledge in legal, information technology, communication, finance, competition monitoring and research, and also club license and security, as well as technical and training areas. GFA Referees Manager Alex Kote has been speaking to GFA News on the subject.
The VAR, which is a tool that we started somewhere last year. We started on a very good note. Ending of last year, FIFA registered us onto the IAAP platform, which is the FIFA platform, and which also tells you that now FIFA has accepted you into the FIFA VAR project. And so once that was done, we now went into some meetings with the FIFA administrators, and then so we had series of meetings. So on Monday, we got the final approval of the project team. Now, all these teams will be having their various individual meetings and then to ensure that the project becomes a success. After the project team approval, what we are going to do is to now set up timelines for what should be done at what stage. And so as part of the timelines, we now have to come up with a kick-off meeting. The kick-off meeting, when it is held, would give us all the various teams and their timelines. And so if we say, okay, IT and technology, we need to give them a timeline of about 6 months. Within these 6 months, we have to get the technology providers coming down to come and do the inspection and come and do installations. And then we also have the video instructors, the VAR instructors, they would also come down. And so all these teams would be in place and they will be meeting individually until the final implementation in 2023. What we want to do is that by the end of 2022, we would have to make sure that we do a pilot and then ensure that the VAR tools or the equipment is fully functional. We hope that with the coming in of the VAR, we would hooliganisms and whatever will be a thing of the past. Let us all come together. Let us work in making sure that the passion for which we have for football, comes back again, and we can do that through the full implementation of the VAR. It is a very good tool that all of us must ensure that it works. Remember, we are bringing back the love, and that is the passion.
Retired referee Alex Kote also touched on the Catch Them Young refereeing policy that has begun in earnest across the country.
On the Catch Them Young concept, we launched it last year, And the beginning of this year, I put in a program to visit all the various RFAs. Luckily, I've done all that. I've gone through all the RFAs in the country with the exception of the Volta region that I'm yet to go. And I must commend the RFA chairman and the executives. They are working very, very hard to ensure that the Catch Them Young concept becomes a reality. Much commendation will go to Eastern region, Central region, and then Upper East region. These three regions have shown remarkable recruitment drive. And for me, I think that we need to commend them for that massive work they have done. The other regions, yes, have worked, but we are still hoping that they will intensify the recruitment drive and work extra hard at it. I mean, the FA president have said that for the juvenile tournament that will come on, we want to see a lot, or if not all, the current Catch Them Young referees officiating in this tournament. And so it is imperative for us as the RFAs and as head of referees to work towards this achievement.
Alex Cote also spoke about the performance of referees in the ongoing Premier, Division 1 and Women's League.
We have ended the first round of the Premier League as well as the Division 1 and the Women's League. The second round has just started, and so we want to look at the first round of all the various leagues that were played. And with the Premier, we would say that the performance of referees was good. And so that is why right after the first round, we took them to Pram Pram to give them a little more of some training and some education as to what we were going to expect from them in the second round. And so we went to Pram Pram and we had 3 days in 2 groups. And so it also went well. And so with the Premier League, we say that yes, we had some few issues, and so that was why there was the need for us to go to Pram Pram to take them through that refresher course. And so going forward in the second round, we are hoping to see a much improved performance than in the first round. In the Division 1, that is where we had some few challenges. Some few assault cases were recorded in the first round. And the judicial body of the FA is handling those issues. There were some other referees who were also sanctioned by the match review panel. Also probably or maybe due to poor, I will not say poor performance, but then maybe errors in their judgment. And so they were also sanctioned, and that is what happened. In the women games, I would say that it has been very good, with the exception of one referee who was sanctioned for just 2 games. I think that we had a very smooth women's game, very highly competitive. Referees did well, and then we also had one assault also in the women's game where a player of one of the teams assaulted a referee, and I think that the judicial body has also handled that issue, and it is okay. The second round has just started, and we wish and hope that we see a much improved second round from the Division 1 and the women's and also in the Premier. I want to take this opportunity to urge my referees, the referees in all the various divisions, to take up to exactly what we taught them in their courses.
So that was referees manager Alex Cote there touching on various issues. So VAR is coming to town hopefully by 2022-2023, we shall have full implementation of the video assistant referee gadget here in Ghana. Already, I guess that the FA is doing very, very well in the area of refereeing, training them, giving them gadgets, buying communication gadgets, and also making sure that we get the best out of these referees. We wish them the best of luck, and we pray that VAR will be part of our game in no time. That brings us to the end of today's edition of GFA News Live across our platforms on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Just before we go, a look back at the headlines. All is set for the resumption of the second round of the National Division 1 League. We brought you an interview with the Safety and Security Secretary on what the FA is putting in place for a smooth running of the game in the second round. Also, Kumasi Asante Kotoko face Accra Great Olympics Hearts of Oak Inter Allies Match Day 20 fixtures of the Ghana Premier League this weekend. And then also, you got to know about the VAR implementation that is coming to town in the next 2 seasons. That will be it for today. On behalf of the team here at the Communications Department of the Ghana Football Association, I wish you the best of luck. Enjoy your Friday night. Enjoy your weekend. Keep well. Stay blessed. Good night.